Good evening, friends. Welcome to the second review of RR versus DC. Uh, Another match, Sudeep. DC had to win to stay in the tournament. They did, and most importantly, they are now looking a little late in the tournament, but they're looking to at least chase and win. They're doing that. They're chasing and winning,
Yeah,
Sudeep.
actually, yeah, it's a bit late in the day, because they have lost too
Yeah,
many matches in between.
too many matches.
Yeah, even if they win, the chances are very slim, even if they win all the
Yeah, given
matches.
that
Yeah,
they have only one match, I think they
one
lost
match,
one match too many. That is the problem.
yeah,
And
one
if
match
they
too
beat
many,
KKR in Calcutta, also they might win.
and
Yeah. They will go to 14, I think, but then they'll have to depend on, I think, three other teams to qualify, which looks
absolutely,
unlikely.
absolutely. So I think it's a bit late in the day, but overall, a welcome sign that DC is back to winning ways. And it was nice to see Abhishek Porel back amongst the runs. Because
Yes, yes.
so although
But one thing we are going to see Vaibhav Suryavanshi today and see what he does. But one thing sure, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is not obviously the Sachin Tendulkar which everyone was
no, no,
thinking
no, we cannot
because he has
simply
been found
compare.
out. He has
Yeah,
been found out,
and Sachin was a master, in test matches also. We
and
don't know how
I think what
rather.
is happening is he trying to hit from ball one, which Sachin never did even in ODIs. It's
Okay.
unfair to comment where Sachin never played T20, but I think Vaibhav Suryavanshi, what I could figure out in this tournament last year, obviously I didn't watch him much. This IPL, what I was saying about him is too aggressive. Got all the shots. He's obviously a huge talent at 15, there's no doubt. But I think
But
he has to control a lot of shots now. Otherwise,
at,
if this error gets creeps into his batting, I
uh,
think it is going to be tougher from here on. I'm not saying he'll not succeed. It's going to be tougher. With Ireland and Zimbabwe, it might be okay. But with Sri Lanka, Pakistan, New
he'll
Zealand,
struggle,
especially
yeah.
Sena countries, he will be in trouble at the age of
And
16. He will be in trouble.
what we have seen so far, in Vaibhav Suryavanshi, that only plays the aerial shots. Very few shots all along the ground, which Sachin used to
Absolutely.
play.
And
Which Sachin
in
used to
test
play.
matches, you
So,
also know that any form of the game, if you don't play aerial, especially in
uh,
ODIs, you might get away in T20s, I think. And I have been apprehending
but
this.
even in
Vaibhav
ODIs,
Suryavanshi
he's going to
started.
struggle unless until he's
And one
he,
thing, Sudeep, in the beginning of the tournament, he was in the top five orange cap holder. But as the tournament is progressing, he's falling out. And he's, I think, not
yeah,
in the top eight also.
he's
He's, I think, in the
getting out
top
in the
nine or 10.
30s and 40s. 30s and
Yes.
40s. Yeah.
Only 100, that was a very good 100. But then, if you are such a good player, then you expect him to score 600. I think he's at
Yeah.
around 400 something this match. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I think he is
and he
around
has to
that.
perform today, if RR has to win, he has to
Yes,
perform
very
today.
true.
And
Very true.
the worst part is, another worrying factor, Yashasvi Jaiswal is terribly out of form, after
Yes,
scoring
very,
in the
very true.
first two
Today
matches.
we will see, but today LSG has scored a lot of runs, 220. I
Uh,
think, what is your take on Sudeep? RR, will they qualify?
RR has RR is a good side, no doubt, is a good side.
Mhm.
But,
Yes,
now the things are in such a state that not everything is in their hand. They can only
correct.
win the remaining
They are
matches,
at
couple of.
number five. Oh, they and CSK are almost, but they have a
So,
good thing
no,
there
but I
today's
think they
match.
have played one match less, I think, RR, if I'm
Yes,
not
yes.
mistaken.
They have
So,
taken they and KKR and MI. MI is
so,
out. KKR and yes, they have
so
played a
they
match
need
less.
to,
Today's match they have to win, otherwise they're out. If they're losing
both
out,
the matches,
they're out.
they have to win, and they get to
No, that's
16
what I'm
points.
saying, Sudeep. If they lose today, they're out. Straight
Yeah,
away out.
almost out. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
They
They
are
have
out.
to
They are
win
out. They
today.
cannot. They will get to 14, but then DC and CSK can also get to 14.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Even KKR can,
PBK's
even KKR can win both the matches and go to
yes.
15.
So basically today RR loses out, then opens out for four teams: PBK,
14.
CSK, DC, and KKR. It is all the
Absolutely.
more interesting.
What makes all the more?
And
Yeah.
for RR to win today, I think they have to get Suryavanshi or Yashasvi, someone in the order, in
Someone
the
has
top
to fire.
order.
Someone has to fire
Absolutely.
today. Yeah.
Big time, not fire only, fire big time.
Yeah.
So, I think what's the take in general of RR? Same as PBKs, they picked early, or do you think they're
Yeah,
not
I
a good
think,
side, as good a side
yeah,
as I thought?
I think they were playing well, but somehow in between they have lost their rhythm, because one of primary factor, Yashasvi Jaiswal was playing initially very well in the tournament. Now suddenly he is off color, totally off color. Now this is having its impact, on their batting formation, because it's putting pressure on the middle order.
Also, another thing which we discussed, Donovan Ferreira. I don't like Romario Shepherd. No batting, no bowling. I don't know why is it another wrong choice. I
Donovan
think
Ferreira
he
is
bowled one
another.
over. You can't play a match and bowl one over,
He's
and he's
another
gone out
bits
with the
and
first ball.
he's another bits and pieces player.
I don't
Uh,
think he's either bits or pieces, Sudeep. He's neither bits nor pieces because he's not scoring and he's not taking wickets.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
He's
think
got,
RR has substitutes also in the side. So I am not too
yeah.
sure whether it is a very good choice.
And
What I can see
Hetmar,
is that
Hetmar is also not in form, so that is also adding
no,
Not
he's
in
pressure.
not in the
format.
side also. Ravi Singh, they have played a lot of Indian players. Ravi Singh, they have played Shubham Dubey is okay with
But no
Vasun
one is
Sanaka.
performing,
But
no one is
Srinath,
So
that
playing
the
well.
middle order
Yashraj,
is collapsing a lot. Middle order is collapsing a lot. So
Yeah,
that's a
middle
huge
order is the
absolutely.
problem,
problem.
Sudeep.
This is adding pressure,
Middle order is a
to this.
problem for RR.
This
And
is
I
the
think,
point.
again, as PBKs, like PBKs, if they falter, I think they'll be out. They can't take pressure like GT or SRH and RCB. As of now, if you say Sudeep, I think RCB and GT looks the very, and SRH, these three look,
Sorry, these
any
two,
one of
and
them can
indeed,
win.
these three have already qualified, so only the fourth place is now in
Yes.
See,
And
contention, actually.
PBKs, RR, CSK, anyone can qualify.
And
RR though has
KKR,
to win
even
because otherwise
KKR,
they're out.
we
see,
are not.
RR,
KKR, yes.
So this
Yes,
is
so that
something
is there.
interesting. Let's see what happens today. Lot will depend
Yeah,
on what
today
happens today.
220 is not easy. He's got 486, Suryavanshi. He's in the top five, top
Okay,
seven, I think.
okay,
He
okay, okay.
slid out well. So, as Suryavanshi is a big concern as we are discussing. Over to Ishanjan. Ishanjan, RR, we have been discussing. DC, very late, unlikely to qualify. But if you are the coach, what will you do? What are the changes you will do next year for DC? If you are the coach or the management.
see, DC is completely, I should say that, what type of, how should I describe DC? DC is a chunk of, you can say that, chunk of backbenchers of cricket at the moment. Hardly there are one or two who can take the forefront. Otherwise, see, DC management need to be changed because they are totally in, at a bay while, in a tournament. They don't know, that means whom to send at what position. It's a total problem, I think. Every matches they are doing lot of changes. One good thing is they have find a very good opener, Abhishek Porel. See, if I would have been the coach, he should have been, Abhishek Porel should be a regular customer for me in for this team. Should be a regular member part of, and he should be he should open the innings along with KL Rahul, for me. The rest all should. I should. I don't Akib Nabi. I don't know. They are not playing him for every matches, but they should. And Aksar Patel need to take some additional responsibility. In fact, in the whole tournament, Kuldeep Yadav was out of touch. This is what which has hurt Delhi very much,
Yes,
which
very,
has
very
cost
true.
Delhi very much.
Yeah.
Lack of form for Kuldeep Yadav has been Kuldeep Yadav, because if you see the Indian team composition of Indian team, the three main spinners out of that, Varun Chakravarti,
I think they lost connection. I think
I
Shangan.
think he's lost connection. I think so. Let him come back. Sudeep,
Yeah,
very good point. He was discussing Kuldeep Jadhav. I
yeah,
am very,
Kuldeep
very
Yadav.
surprised because, yes, I think Kuldeep Jadhav is in trouble.
Yeah, Kuldeep Yadav is not only just for
I
for
thought
the
Liel
Delhi
Chahal might
capital.
come back with Varun Chakravarti not there.
It is also a cause of worry. Extreme concern for the Indian side also. Because he's one of the
Yes,
star spinners of the Indian side, and if he does not perform up to this potential, then India is going to struggle in all ODIs as well as Test matches because he's a regular in Test matches and ODIs.
true. Very true.
So Kuldeep Yadav, it's high time that he delivers. Let's hope in the final match how he performs. But overall, one of the main reasons it was because they were banking on Kuldeep Yadav's, guile, and there are variations and guile, to get quick wickets for the
Correct.
Delhi side,
Very true.
But his failure, and he has gone for too many runs. He has he has neither restricted the batsman not taken wickets. So this has
And
added
it was
pressure
very
to the.
important for Kuldeep to win, play well because he had to get back to Indian side basically.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm a
yeah.
little
Actually,
surprised.
he's a regular in the Indian side, in ODIs and Test matches. If he does
Yes.
not perform,
Yes.
this is a major cause of worry for the Indian side also, apart from Delhi.
Exactly. So Mitchell Stark got 4 wickets, but again expensive. So what's your take on Stark? Came back after injury, big wickets in 2 matches. He bowled very well. But
Uh,
overall, Sudeep, Stark is the same Stark at 36. We spoke
yeah,
highly about him in the Ashes. He bowled magnificently. But do you think he was able to give 100% like Cummins or Hazelwood? Hazelwood
actually,
was, of course, not in form.
I think first of all, the first thing was that he came into the tournament too late. There were very few matches. Most of the time, by the time he came in, the major part of the tournament was over. He got very little time to settle down. But even given his class, he's a classy bowler, and so with his, just coming back from an injury, he tried to deliver his best. And and of course, this in this extreme heat, it was very difficult for him, to give his best. We must take into also account the weather conditions, which is very difficult, very challenging in this kind of heat, in this hot weather. So even so, overall his performance was so, more or less, mediocre performance, I would say, not very extraordinary or not very poor, but coming back from an injury and also coming into the middle of the tournament, he did not get much time, to settle down, and so these were some of the factors, where we did not see the best of Mitchell Stark in this tournament, unlike last year.
Hmm. That's true. Very true. So what is your take, Sudeep, on this match? RR failed. Yashasvi, we discussed Dhruv Jurel. RR is your RR's batting. What do you think? I mean, like a PBKs, if they qualify, say PBKs doesn't and they qualify. So what do they need to do right? Because I think at this moment both of the PBKs and RR are looking very dangerous.
Yeah, the batting is a bit vulnerable at the moment. It seems, if with Yashasvi Jaiswal not playing to his full potential and Suryavanshi also scoring those 40, 50 odd runs, the middle order is all not able to force the pace at the moment, because what happens? Riyan Parag plays one match well,
Oh, sorry, I
other
was.
match he plays. There is lack of consistency in Riyan Parag's
Yes,
batting also
yes,
in
very
this
true.
entire
I mean,
tournament.
Riyan Parag is played well in 2 matches, but look at
Two
his
matches,
strike
but
rate was also
overall
.196.
he has failed in the entire tournament. If you look at his
Yes,
batting
very true,
figures,
very true. I
In
he has
think
fact,
so.
not
Shimron
performed.
Hetmyer also.
Shimon Hetmyer also. That is
Yes,
why he's not
yes,
in
we have
the
discussed that.
playing 11 also. And so overall,
In fact,
RR has to,
Ferreira was also below expectation.
Jaiswal,
Ferreira
I think
also below
Jaiswal has to
expectation.
be amongst the runs. It's high time Jaiswal has to be amongst the runs. Very important for RR to
It's high time
progress.
RR's middle order should shape up. RR
Yeah,
doesn't have a proper middle order. They
yeah.
are having
Uh,
not having the
and
middle
even
order is not
even
in proper shape.
Jaiswal should now perform, otherwise very difficult for RR to progress, further.
Very true. So, Ishanjan, what is your take on RR if they want to qualify? We have talked about DC, but what will RR have to do right if they qualify and then from then onwards?
See, RR has to shape their middle order properly because their middle
Yes,
order
yes,
is looking very vulnerable at the moment, very fragile at the moment.
yes.
With
Dhruv Jurel is on
that
and off.
means because Riyan Parag is out of form. Dhruv Jurel, you can, I will say, he tries, but he is not a complete T20 player at all. He is mostly mainly for the longer format. Apart from Shimron Hetmyer is not in form, is out of form. I should say.
Yes, why
Pereira
is he
also
playing? I
below
don't know.
expectation. Is totally out of form. Ferreira also below expectation. Mostly, and they are not having too much many contribution from the down the order also batting. Although this Yash Raj, he can also bat apart. See, RR mostly you can say I'm not seeing RR to be the competent uh, team to win the tournament. Although regarding Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he's too young at the moment. See, he should play. I was hearing the, but I think at the moment, at the stage where he is, he should try to play fearless cricket when he is in the team for. That means along with the fearless cricket, he should try to that means play some anchoring role for RR because he is very much crucial for RR. It's high time Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Jaiswal, Riyan Parag and Dhruv Jurel should perform, because Shemran Hetmeyer is looking totally out of form, and their bowling is also not looking up to that so much strong. They are hardly there have some Jopra Archer is the condition which I was pointing out presently. It's in the summer has been intensified. At this at this moment, you can't bank on the fast bowlers. Mostly, you have to have the middle. That means a medium pacers at the moment. You have to bank on, and RR is lagging in that. They haven't played Indian Apple Tom. They had some uncapped players which they haven't tried out. Anyways, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, when he's turning out from RR, he has to play the he has to play the anchoring role. It's very much crucial. It's high time that he should play the anchoring role. Otherwise, things are going to be a mess up totally for RR, because middle order is very much vulnerable, very much fragile. If Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Riyan Parag, and Dhruv Jurel and Jaiswal falls with cheaply, then it's time up for RR. Rather, as Vaibhav Suryavanshi has been selected for Ireland tour, I think things are widely open for him for Indian team, because Indian team is having their middle order is stupendous. So they are having a formidable middle order. When he is turning out for India, he can play his street fiery innings, his cameo knock, his that means his that means fiery innings for India, no matter. But for RR, he should try to play the anchoring role. It's high time he should try to play the anchoring role, because RR is very much lagging in the fragile in their middle order. Absolutely, middle order is very much fragile. So I don't see RR to be the uh, perfect. That means to be the competent team for winning this IPL. If you ask me about the team who is competent for winning the IPL, I will say three names. First of all, RCB. Its second, SRH, Sunrisers Hyderabad. Third, Gujarat Titans at the moment, because these three teams actually have actually acclimatized the conditions which is currently there in India. These three are the teams which have regularized, have acclimatized for these conditions at the moment, because this is the condition which is the most, I will say, the most tough times. Uh, tough India's toughest time is there for summer, intensified summer, and intensified summer. These three are the teams which have the right spirit for winning the tournament.
So thank you so much, Sudeep and Ishanjan. We now are almost at the business end where four teams can qualify. I think KKR and DC will not qualify. So it is basically PBK, CSK, and
RR.
RR. But I have a feeling that CSK, you cannot write them off. They might surprise everyone by the fourth team, because PBKs and
No, no,
RR,
no,
I have a feeling that they are in trouble. But see, CSK
no, no,
lost
no.
yesterday's match. But
I
Shannon,
don't
I'm,
think CSK will qualify. I don't.
wait. I'm talking to Sudeep. Yeah. So, Sudeep, what is your take on the fourth before we close? Well, who do you think will be the fourth team?
I think PBKs, if they win the last match, it will all depend. I think they are in a best position now to,
Do
you
you
know,
think
the
of the three PBKs, CSK, and RR, PBKs, he looks the
PBKs
best?
has the best, provided they win, get their act together. Otherwise, amongst the
But
RR
batting
and
wise,
CS,
I think they are all fragile. One is
yeah,
based on Sanju Samson,
I
other
know.
is on Yashasvi, other is
Since
based on
RR has
Priyansh.
but since RR has another one more match to play, so RR has a better advantage. That is an advantage. If they win today,
Yes,
then they will
RR
be in
has a better
advantage.
advantage. You are right. But today's match, they have to win. There's no doubt
They have
about
to
it.
win today's match to stay in
Because if
contention.
they lose, I think it will be either PBKs or CSK who will
Yeah, yeah,
qualify.
absolutely, absolutely,
So it is
absolutely.
wide open of three teams. Ishanjan, what is your take? PBKs, RR or CSK?
See, among these three teams, I will say I am. I will say the balance is tilting towards PBKs, because if we see the vulnerability of these three teams at the moment, total, because CSK is also having the same problem. Their middle order is, after Urbil Patel and Shivam Dubey, their middle order is totally collapsing at the moment. And same thing is happening with Rajasthan also. Punjab, and all three of the team is struggling at this part of the at the most toughest part of the year of India. Over here, these three teams are struggling at the moment. But if we see comparatively close PVKs, we, as we say, that 19-20 difference, 20 is PBKs, the 19 I will say the rest two teams. So in that
Okay.
case, PBKs, because since PBKs is having a good batting lineup, their batting lineup is not fault, that not their middle order is little bit flexible among the other, that means among the other two teams. So in that cases, the PBKs, I will say, but although they will be the fourth team, but they are not the competent team who can win the race. It's they can only qualify for the semis, for the knockouts. But I think they will be exited because they are not the balanced side. Their unit is not looking as the balanced unit at the moment, like GT and SRH and RCB. But still, among the race, PBKs, I will say.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Ishanjan and Sudeep. We come to the end of this review today. PBK's HCB and DCRR. Today's match is very critical, and we almost 3 days to go before we finally decide. Only one team to decide. My take is, I think both of you did saying the PBKs will qualify. I think because RR has 2 matches left, if they win today, they have a better chance. But don't rule CSK out also, because a lot of experts are saying CSK may qualify. You never know. They
All
are
depends
at
on
number
today's match,
6.
actually. All
Yes,
depends
yes.
on
Today's
today's
match is
match.
very critical. And 220 again, if you get a Vaibhav Suryavanshi special, then again nothing will be
So
impossible.
they are
So
off to a blazing start, and 1 over, I think,
blazing
20
23,
odd runs.
blazing start from Yashasvi Jaiswal. But
Yeah,
Vaibhav Suryavanshi, if he gets 130 balls, then obviously things will change.
exactly.
So the next
Exactly.
half an hour is very, very, very critical.
He
And
has to play
let's
the
see what
anchoring innings
happens.
very much. Vaibhav
Yes, let's
Suryavanshi is
see.
very crucial for the team.
Exactly.
Yes, very crucial. And also the fact that he has to curb his instincts. If he goes bang, 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 I think he will get
As I
out.
said,
He
when
looks to be
as
the
he's
batsman.
turning, yeah, when he's it depends when he's turning out for RR, he has to curb his instincts. He has to control
Yes.
himself, and things might not be the same when he is playing for India, because India is having a rock solid batting lineup. So if he that means plays over his flamboyant innings, no matter. He if 5 or 6 overs he will play flamboyant innings. Things are up for, for because India is having that batting lineup who can capitalize the momentum.
Okay, thank you, Sudeep and Nishanjan.
Okay.
We
Thank you.
will meet on Thursday to review today's match and the match yesterday. By the time, of course, I think it will be clear by Thursday what is going to happen. And probably we will see. That Thursday should be our last review, although we have 2 matches after that. Thursday, or maybe Sunday, we will have another review. But I think Thursday should be, we'll see how it goes. So another 2 days, maybe max of review. And then we go to the qualifiers on 26th, 27th, and then the final on Namo Stadium on 28th. So that's it. As of now, SRH and GT looks the two best sides. RCB also pretty good. But then Virat Kohli is on and off. I've not seen Kohli in a really good form, but not in bad form either. So on that note, thanks Ishanjan and Sudeep.
Thank you.
And we draw curtains to this midweek show. We'll be again back on Thursday to review 2 matches. And then probably we'll head on to the qualifiers. Thank you and good night.